they've been kind to media, but they are, pretty much standing back, waiting in the wings, just making sure that they're not attacked. So I'm not sure if they're going to get more proactive as far as stopping the looting, the rioting. There were some stores looted right in front of the police station, the Boost Mobile store that I walked into in that footage. That is directly across the street from the police station. So you contrast that with what's going on in Clayton, Missouri. We shot out those reports this past weekend. Everything is blocked off. I mean, the police station has a barricade going all the way around it. The Just Center has a barricade going all the way around it. They locked that area down. But you contrast that with here in Ferguson, and they pretty much protected the police station, the fire station, but that was about it. The rest of the city was open game. We had many of the officers, but they were so tightly compact. You had officers, you had like 3 MRAPs, and then you had all the cop cars behind that and all the officers hiding in between those. And then eventually they made it out here to West Florissant, which is where the McDonald's is and where the Quick Trip is.
And at least 2 police were shot, one in the arm, one in the leg now. I mean, this is not a game. This is a serious, somebody was killed in their car. I think you're right. I mean, I think tomorrow is going to be, or tonight. But going into tomorrow at midnight is probably going to be 2 or 3 times worse. Who knows what will happen as soon as the National Guard rolls in that's been standing by the last few days. What do you think, Jakari, about the fact that they made the announcement?
I think it's a horrible decision to make it that late at night, because we first heard about it, I think we were live on the show with David probably about 1 or 2 o'clock when they announced they had come to the decision. We were like, okay, well, we'll hear the decision pretty soon. We're like, we're going to wait till 8 o'clock. They made it like some primetime TV event, some made-for-TV movie, made-for-TV reality show.
They kept building it up, kept coming out. Absolutely.
Yeah, and then they just waited till it got dark. Everybody's out there in front of the police station. The beginning of that video you've been showing, that's immediately after the verdict is announced. And, people are mad and they're, voicing their opinions. And then it all went downhill from there. They could have announced it early in the day. People are at work, at school, or wherever they are. But they wait till everybody comes out. Everybody's out in front of the police station, ready to do whatever they're going to do. And, by and large, let's not stop and forget about the peaceful demonstrators. There are plenty of peaceful people. They were upset with the verdict, but they went home and they went about their normal business. The people who came out here, a lot of people are calling them outside agitators, provocateurs, people who don't live in this community who were out here burning down the buildings last night.
That's right. There are criminals that use the protests and the police behavior as a cover. And if the police wouldn't have attacked folks early on, then it wouldn't have turned the tide politically against them for a while to then allow criminals to take advantage of it. And look, they way overuse the terrorist label when they, say that gun owners and veterans are terrorists, or if you're in the Tea Party, you might be a terrorist, or your speech is terrorism. But when you've got people coming to shoot firefighters and to shoot police because you don't like a grand jury verdict and you're trying to kill them to send a political message, that is the definition. Violence or the threat of violence to achieve a political or economic aim is the definition of terrorism. And I got to say it, notice the media aren't calling these people terrorists now. But with the Tea Party, if somebody sends a threatening letter to an obituary, they call it paper terrorism. So I just want to illustrate here that I think the organized getting together and shooting 1,000 rounds at police and firefighters is terrorism. And I think it's terrorizing the First Amendment and is a terroristic threat against the media to have the police brutalizing and shooting reporters like you and Jakari with rubber bullets. See, I'm mad at that, and I'm really mad at people shooting at the cops and firefighters with lead bullets, because that makes the Second Amendment look bad. What's your take on that, Jakari?
Oh, that's exactly right. That's what all the anti-gun people say. Well, look, you see all these people, they're going to talk about those record gun sales, and they're going to say all the guns went to the criminals. I'm pretty sure there are plenty of people who just went out and bought a shotgun and stayed, hoping nobody came in to kick in their front door. So, I'm sure it will be used to demonize the Second Amendment. I'm sure it will be used to push forward the police state. See, we need all these MRAPs and this heavy armor and all these other tactics because of situations like this. If they would have did what they did in Clayton and had a more secure environment, it would have been less damage out here.
I guarantee you the police, they were broken up in real teams. See somebody shooting a gun, boom, take them down. If a few of those criminals that got shot early on all the criminals would have dispersed immediately. They know they've got the green light, Jakari. Since you mentioned it, I want to play this clip from the incredible footage you and Joe shot. The video's up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. If you're a radio listener, you got to see this, where they order the firefighters to pull out as you are being shot at. There are bullets bouncing around as this happens, and we've got all the footage of the boom, 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 where criminal terrorists, and that's what they are out there shooting at the firefighters. Here it is.
It is wild. Buildings have been looted. I personally have witnessed a McDonald's or seen the aftermath of McDonald's and also a Boost Mobile.
All right, there's more of it on Infowars.com. Some of that may not come through AM radio well, but I can hear it clearly. Jakari, stay there. I want to get final comments from you and Joe Biggs. I want to talk to Joe about Delta Force being there. And we have got photos and videos of that up on Infowars.com, but the exclusive footage that people need to see, where we show all sides of it, is on Infowars.com. Trying to really understand where it's all going and how the unseen hand of the globalist is trying to manipulate things. Doesn't mean the New World Order is in total control. They're trying to build a panopticonic, omnipresent grid that is anti-human. And at the end of the day, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, it doesn't matter, in Ferguson or anywhere else, the globalists want to create racial division. They want to create fear. They have militarized rap music and hip-hop, declassified, to create a thug culture, to prepare black men, especially for prison. We've got a Rick Ross interview that he did in studio with me when he was here a few weeks ago that's condensed. It's a powerful calling out of the fake Rick Ross. We're going to air that at the bottom of the third hour today. In the second and third hour, though, we're going to cover other world news, get into Ferguson, and take your phone calls. In fact, the whole next hour, because this is bigger than Ferguson. It's about understanding the PSYOP. It's all coming up. Now, I told everybody that Secret 12, proprietary B12, super organic, the type that people inject. This is, nutraceutical, pharmaceutical grade. Nobody's ever put something out like this on the open market. It's legal and lawful. Just nobody would dare put something this expensive out at a low price. They'd rather put synthetic, cheap vitamin B12 that you can get for $2 a bottle and sell it for $30. Well, no, we get medical grade. So, we get something that costs us $10, $12 a bottle and sell it for 20-something. We still have a markup. We still fund our operation. We just want to give you the very best. You get maximum absorption. The only way you get better absorption is getting a prescription and getting the injectable. This is the same as the injectable, but this is not for injection, because that has a bunch of preservatives and stuff in it. This has nothing in it but real vitamin B12, 2 different types of organic, 80% the injectable type. There's about 100 bottles left. I just asked Buckley, I said, how much is left? And he said, yeah, we're about to pull it. We almost sold out of it in 2 days, then it tailed off. Well, if you want it, we won't have it for weeks, if not months. If you want Secret 12, InfoWarsLife.com right now, InfoWarsLife.com, or 888-253-3139. That's 888-253-3139. Also, it took us 2.5 months to get more silver bullet, super high quality, colloidal silver from the biggest and best lab in the country. They supply the largest, organic shopping market out there in the country. This is the same stuff as you find there, just with our label for $5 to $10 cheaper, depending on what they're selling it for at the time. So it's the best known colloidal silver from our research out there, from the best lab, 30 parts per million at the lowest price. Silver bullet, colloidal silver. Again, we just did our biggest run ever, predicting people wanted this during this critical time of the year with all the different illnesses and things that are going on, and viruses move better in the cold and immune systems are down. Silver bullet, ladies and gentlemen, is what I'm doing to bolster my body's natural defenses. InfoWarsLife.com or 888-253-3139. This will be sold out in about a week at current sales. So I would stock up your cupboard. It's a great gift to give friends and family. It's great topical when I get cut or have a rash or a bacterial infection. Boom. Silver Bullet's what I personally use. InfoWarsLife.com, our private label of the best colloidal silver out there on the market, and the price is incredibly affordable as well. And all the other high-quality products at InfoWarsLife.com. This is the perfect Christmas gift. You can shop early, but it may not be available in a week or so I would order now. More with Jakari Jackson, Joe Biggs, your phone calls coming up, second hour.
Thank you for listening.
Inside the Battle of Ferguson. It's going to get bigger tonight, unfortunately. This could spread to other cities. Stay with us.
Another major health threat, this one in Toledo, Ohio, where everybody in the entire city has been told not to drink the water.
Ohio's governor declaring a state of emergency.
Did you know that the average person uses about 80 to 100 gallons of water at home every single day? If there's a water emergency, will you be prepared?
Panicked residents forming long lines throughout the day.
We're here at a supermarket in Toledo. You can see the shelves empty where water once was.
To stay safe and healthy during a crisis, you must have access to safe, clean water. Water which will not be available at your local grocery store.
There's a mad dash on right now to stock up on supplies.
The ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system is a must-have for every modern, independently minded household. Protect your family's safety during an emergency. Go to InfoWarsStore.com today to purchase your ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system or call 1-888-253-3139.